this video we're going to go over Excel basics, and this is a continuation of a multi-part series. We're going to focus on copying and pasting. So this is when you want to be able to move data or copy data from one location to another, or copy formulas or things like that. So let's say we want to copy this discount number and formula down. So all we do is we highlight the data, we do a Control C or copy, and then we highlight where we want the data to be pasted, so it could be one or multiple places, and then we just hit enter. And you'll notice what that does is it pastes everything. It pastes the formula, it pastes the borders, the fonts, the colors, the shading, just everything about that cell gets copied. Now again, you can highlight the single cell, and you can, let's say, highlight multiple locations, multiple cells, and just hit enter, and it will paste it all in the same place. And it will be relative references if in fact the formulas are like that. Now another way of pasting is, let's say we copy this this little formula here, and you'll notice whenever you hit copy you get the little marquee, the dotted line that's going around clockwise. If you would like, you can do Control V as in Victor, and that will paste, and then it will let you continually hit Control V in different locations, and you'll notice this copy cell is still highlighted. So Control V does the same as paste by hitting enter, but it allows you to keep pasting in multiple locations, and when you're done you just hit escape to get rid of the copy. Now, a great thing about Excel is it has the historical undo, so I'm just going to undo all of that stuff. Now, there are times where you want to paste just certain aspects of a cell and not everything. So let me give you an example. Let's say we want to just paste the result or the value that this formula creates. So what we would do is we would highlight the cell, do a Control C, then highlight where we want to put it. And in this case we would do not just a paste, but a special paste. So we hit the arrow down, and there's a bunch of different things we can do as far as pasting. So the one I'm looking for is this paste values. So I can, now that this pane is open, I can click it or hit the V to hit values. And now what we're left with is just the result of that formula. It does not include any of the shading or formatting. It's just the result, just the value. We'll go ahead and undo that. Let's go ahead now and do something else. Let's say we want to copy just the formula. So we want the formula to remain, but not any of the formatting. So we would copy it, we would highlight what we want, and then we would go to this little paste, and we could go to formulas or hit F, and that will paste just the formulas. So now the formulas exist, but not the formatting. The other thing you can do is maybe you want just the formatting and not any of the other data. So you can highlight the cell, copy, select the cell you want to go to, and then you can do paste formatting, which is this one right here, or click R. So now you'll have the color and the font and all that, but you won't have the actual formula inside. Now, an interesting thing you can also do is use something called the Format Painter. And what that does is, let's say I click on this cell here, and I want all the formats of that cell to be applied to another cell. You can click on it and then click on Format Painter, and then you can just drag a location of to what cells you want and let go, and it'll automatically change the formatting of those cells to match what you originally started with. Now, one last thing that sometimes is useful is, let's say we want all these headings up here to be in rows instead of in columns. So another thing you can do is you can copy and then go to a destination location, and you can paste special, and in this case what we want to do is a transpose or T, and that will turn all the columns that you have highlighted into rows. So there's a lot to be done with copying and pasting. There's definitely commands up here in the ribbon you can use, but those will get you started.